Okay, so this is going to be an MOTBCHIP update slash watch. Some news has come out about this whole digital identity, this digital wallet that's being pushed over there in Europe, which the infrastructure for it has been set up, and now they're going through the process of it becoming mandatory. So everybody has to take it or be involved with it if they want to participate in the system that they have set up. So just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well, that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. Call me Asha'Allah and Abba Ball. And by the way, what you see here on the screen is going to come over here to America or Canada. And this article mentions Canada on how they're preparing for that whole digital system as well. And in the article, it talks about how this is really just another form of oppression. And this is really to keep you down. This is not to help you. But guess what? The elders, starting with the elders and apostles, well, really starting with their elders that were before them, they were teaching you this and telling you about the CHIP, going into the scriptures and breaking it down years ago. And I myself have been teaching this for a while now. And I've been teaching this when this wasn't even news. This wasn't even thought of by these journalists and these intellectuals and these scholars. Now you're seeing it come out more and more and more. But we've been telling you that this was going to happen. And we've been going into the scriptures, showing you proof, going into articles, documents, documentaries, right? So it's here, man. It's here. And this is a major prophecy that has to be fulfilled according to scripture. And that's going to be found in Revelation, the 13th chapter, and other chapters as well, or other scriptures. But this is a major prophecy, and before the Lord comes back, this has to be fulfilled. So it says here, the digital identity wallet is an electronic leash with which Brussels wants to control its citizens. There is a danger that the new Polish government may just wave through this oppression policy, writes economic journalist Dariusz Matazak. This was posted 2 days ago. Obviously, I'll post a link in the description during post-production for anybody that wants to take a look at it or archive this. So it says the agreement between the European Parliament and the Council of the European Union on the EU digital identity wallet is open to abuse and gives Brussels the ability to deny people's rights and control them. According to the new European legislation, the wallets, which are to be voluntary for the time being, so for the time being it is voluntary. Remember in the beginning with the whole C19, voluntary isolation. And then after it moved on where you couldn't do certain things, and then you were coerced into taking the vaccine, right? Or whatever it is, the jabby jab. I don't want to say it. I gotta be careful. So right now it's voluntary, but soon it's going to be mandatory. So that's what they always do, right? Oh yeah, you have the freedom to do this, but soon it's not going to be. You're not gonna be able to make your own decision anymore. They're going to make the decision for you to take it. So it says here, will include digital versions of all ID cards, driver's license. So ID cards could be your health card or other documents, passport, right? Yeah, so pretty much your passport, your health card. Then it says driving licenses, degree certificates, and medical documentation. Yeah, medical. So your OHIP, right? Your OHIP for a lot of you Canadians. And then, by the way, what's going on over there in Europe is going to take place over here real soon. It's going to follow suit. So it says the European Commission insists that the system will be secure, and the current Spanish presidency of the EU is saying that this will make the EU a digital leader at a global level in protecting democratic values. But what has digitalization got to do with European values? Interesting. And you can go search that up yourself. I read it earlier, what are European values? You can read it yourself. On the contrary, the move actually threatens European values, as argued by 504 academics and experts from 39 countries who have signed an open letter warning of the dangers to people's online security and freedom. The pandemic moved us in this direction when the C-19 passports were introduced and limited the right to travel. Did you see that? We told you this, man. Well, I started telling you that in the very beginning of this thing. In the spirit, the spirit just told me that this was going to happen. That this was going to accelerate the MOTB. Excuse me. Alright, so yeah. Okay, Slaki about that. So yeah, we told you that, I was pushing that through the spirit, that this whole C-19 is going to accelerate the MOTB. And looky here, man, more information is coming out. So this is not a joke, man. Hey, the scriptures doesn't lie. The men of the Lord don't lie. The ones who are moved in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, they're telling you the truth. A man that's in the spirit cannot lie, okay? If he's in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, he cannot lie. Especially if he's coming out the scriptures as well. But it's here, and it's not a joke. And this is reality, right? Your life is going to change when this becomes law, right? So it says the new wallet will move us much further in the direction of oppression. Yeah. Your life's going to change and you're going to be oppressed. That's another thing, man. You people, you love oppression. Right now, you're probably listening to this. You're like, oh, what's the big deal? So what? They can see when I take a shit. Oh, so what? They can monitor my carbon footprint. So what? So what? Yeah, but this is not what the Lord wants from you. The Lord wants you to be free. Because the Lord said, if you take this, that means that you pretty much are down with Satan. And you're pretty much doomed. This is going to lead to your death, right? So the Lord, he doesn't want you to take this, especially if you're an Israelite. And they have no business monitoring your every move. They're not supposed to be doing that. Only the Lord is supposed to know all that information, that private information about you, when you really think about it, right? That's why King David, he got in trouble when he created a census numbering the children of Israel. That's not for his eyes. That's for the Lord's eyes. So, that's a form of oppression, tyranny. You're not supposed to do that. And this guy is a tyrant. The guy that I'm talking about is Esau, the so-called white man. He's a damn tyrant and he's an oppressor. But you people love oppression. Matter of fact, let me get that, man. Scriptures talk about that. So this is Isaiah chapter 30 verse 12, starting with our people. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Yasharahla, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Boom. Right? And that's how judgment comes. It comes very swift and quick. That's how the Lord does it. And when he executes his judgment, it's very swift and to the point, man. He doesn't play around. But, the point is in verse 12. You people trust in oppression, man. You love being raped. Because that's what oppression is, being raped. You're so used to being raped, you just think it's normal now. Right? But the only ones that don't trust in oppression are really the elect. And on top of that, while you're being oppressed and while you trust in oppression, you hate the word. And who is the word? The word is Yahweh Shai, because the scripture says he comes in the whole volume of the book. So you really hate Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And what did Yahweh Shai come to do? He came to fulfill the law, not to make it void. So he's really just doing the will of the Father and serving the Father, right? But you hate him, man. You hate him. You hate him. You despise this word. You hate Yahweh Shai. And trust in oppression and perverseness and stay there. And what's perverseness? So I'm going to get a quick definition. See if we'll give it to me here. Right. And it says here, depart, turn aside, to depart, to go wrong, go crooked or crooked. Yeah, crooked. Devious, perverse, to be lost from view, to become devious. Let's get perverse. Yeah, wicked, pretty much wicked, unnatural, degenerate, perverse, contrary, turned away, contrary, askew, turned away from what is right, wrong, malicious, spiteful. Yeah, our people are very spiteful. They'll sin to get back at God. That's how they look at it in their mind. Fuck it. God doesn't like us, so I'm going to just be wicked anyway. Spiteful, man. That's our people. Very perverse. So pretty much it just means to be wicked, unnatural, and pretty much a degenerate. And that goes back into Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 20 on down. You have become a degenerate plant, right? That's our people. What is that? Let me see this. Okay. Yeah, that's our people. So let me get that. Let's get Jeremiah 2 and 21. Then I'll go back to the article. Actually, I'll start at verse 21, actually. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? That's right, strange as hell. And you know why you look very strange? When you go into the word here, it's Nakarya. And when you go into the root of that, it's Nakar. Which, in the sight of the Lord, you're strange. You look strange. It really just simply means you look like a heathen, right? By the way you're acting. So you're like a damn heathen in the sight of the Lord, man. A damn heathen. And you're not supposed to be that way because you were given the law, statutes, and commandments to walk upright. Right? So that's why you were given those law, statutes, commandments on Mount Sinai. The 2 loaves. You were given the laws, and that separated you from all these other nations, and it made you the top nation on the planet Earth. But now over time, you have degenerated because you have left the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? You become a stiff-necked people, degenerate, right? So yeah, you're degenerate. So that means you're perverse. Really, you're perverse. So let's go back to the article. The new wallet will move us much further in the direction of oppression. Now, what does the scripture say? Psalms chapter 62, verse 10. Trust not in oppression and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. The Most High has spoken once. Twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto Yahweh Bashem El Shai. That's so true. Verse 12. Also unto thee, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, belongeth mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work. That's right. So you're going to reap what you sow pretty much at the end of the day. Right? And if you sow wickedness, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get death. You're going to get death. So the Lord's going to give you a very brutal death. You're going to get judged. And if you sow righteousness, then you're going to be in the kingdom. You're going to get delivered. You're going to be saved. You're going to be blessed. You might have a high position in the kingdom of heaven. Right? So anyways, trust not in oppression. So you're not supposed to trust in oppression, man. You're not. You're not supposed to trust in the RFID. You're not supposed to trust in the C19. Those things aren't going to help you. And it didn't. It didn't help you guys. You guys are still feeling the effects of C19 to this very day. A lot of people are dying still because of the decision that they've made. They took the C19, and you're going to die when you take the MOTB, without a doubt. And we're going to get the scriptures to prove that, man. going into Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. So keep trusting in oppression. Keep trusting in the so-called white man. Keep trusting in Esau, Easy-E. And become not vain in robbery if riches increase. Set not your heart upon them. That's right. So anyways, let's see what else we got. This is Psalms chapter 9, verse 9. Yahweh also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. So right now, hey, you know, if he's going to be a refuge for the oppressed, you know, that makes us, we're refugees. We're refugees. And it's true, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 51, verse 14, the captive exile hastens to be loose. Right now, we're in war. We're in war and we're being oppressed. We're in captivity. We're not ruling, right? Refugee. Let's get refugee. One who flees to a refuge or shelter or place of safety. One who in times of persecution or political disorder flees to a foreign country for safety. And that's who we're fleeing to. When you come into this truth, you're really fleeing to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai for safety. You know what keeps you safe? The name. And then rehearsing the righteous acts. That's in the scriptures. And the Apocrypha, right? Which is the scriptures. And if you call upon the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the true name in the Hebrew, the Paleo-Hebrew, not Yiddish, the Paleo-Hebrew, you'll be safe. You'll be protected. Right? So really, we're refugees. And we're actually running to the Lord for safety. And we know that we're being oppressed. But a lot of you jakes out there and a lot of you people out there, you don't know that you're being oppressed. And the ones that do know, they don't care a shit about it. And if they do, they're trying to muscle their own way out of that oppression, which that's not going to work. Like Alex Jones. Well, whatever. He's paid off to Louderwood Crowder, Steven Crowder. They know they're being oppressed, those guys. He's on Rumble. Can't find him on YouTube anymore because of how he talks. He's very conservative, but he goes into American politics. But, you know, he's tired of America. He knows he's oppressed. He knows he's not going to live good in the next 30 years. By the way, how America is going. He knows he's oppressed, but he's trying to muscle his way out of it. He's trying to warn people about what the government is doing, you know, make sure you protect your rights. But this whole system is going to be done away with according to the scriptures. The Lord is going to come back and take this place down. A lot of people know that they're oppressed, but they're not looking for the right person to get them out of this situation, right? But anyways, enough on that. So you get the idea. We're really refugees out here. We're really refugees. So it says, Psalms chapter 9, verse 9, Yahweh also will be a refuge for the oppressed. That's us. It's talking about the Israelites, the elect. A refuge in times of trouble. And guess what? Times of trouble are ahead, pursuant to Daniel, the 12th chapter. Because Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. And who's going to protect you? Who's going to protect you? The Lord is going to protect you, pretty much. And he's going to put a hedge over you if you really believe in him. Angels encampeth around them that fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Briefly paraphrasing. Actually, let's get Daniel 12. Daniel 12. So this is the end, the time of the end, right? That's the subtitle, the time of the end. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up. And you know it's saying time. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. Though it tarry, wait for it. Also going into the book of Peter's, right? A day to the Lord is 1,000 years. So there's going to be a time that the Lord has set up where Michael is going to come back to save his people. And that time is nearing. That time is nearing. And a lot of you people, you don't know the time that you're living in. We're in serious times, man. Serious times. Do you know in the book of Ecclesiastes, the third chapter, it talks about time? You know, there's a time and place for everything. You know, you people need to go back and read the scriptures, man. Go back and read Proverbs. Go back and read Psalms. Go back and read Ecclesiastes. Go back and read Wisdom of Solomon and Song of Solomon, man. Words of wisdom. A lot of you people don't know what time it is. You people are getting ready for Christmas. Christmas and Black Friday deals and all that bullshit. Boxing Day. My next door neighbor put up his damn Christmas lights, getting ready for Christmas. Christmas isn't for another couple fucking weeks, man. What the hell are you doing? What time are you in? But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. You can't care about a person like that. But like I said, man, a lot of you people don't know what time it is. And the time of judgment is right around the corner. And if you're not serving Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, you're going to get caught up out there. Michael will not stand up for you. Right? Okay, so now it says here, Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, and at that time shall Michael, he is like the power, that's his name, stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Wow, it's going to be a time of trouble that mankind has never experienced before. Can you believe that? So this is serious. This is not just any war. This is not just any bombing, right? Any calamity. This is a different type of calamity that nobody has ever experienced before. The world has never seen this before. So if you know that this is going to happen, you should be involved in that holy conversation, man. You should be thinking about, how the hell am I going to get out of this? Right? You should be thinking about the name of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. You should put your idols down. You should break up all your idols. You should destroy all those voodoo books that you have. Put off that old man. So anyways, it says here, and at that time thy people shall be delivered. That's talking about the elect. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. That's right. The only way you're going to be found written in the book is if you don't add or take away from the book. A lot of you people are adding and taking away from the book, and that's why you're not going to be found written in the book of life. You got people in the truth, so-called truth, adding and taking away from the book, man. Not breaking down the scriptures right, even though they know the truth. Right? You're going to get jacked up, man. You're not going to be found written in that book in that day. Means you're not going to get saved and you're going to get judged. So anyway, a time of trouble is coming, man. That's what time we're in. So read this one more time. Psalms 99. Yahweh also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And how is that going to play out? The angels. And we just read about one chief archangel standing up for the people, or for the nation of Israel. But there are going to be other angels around the men of the Lord when they're going through times of trouble. Now let me get that encampeth. So this is Psalms chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. There you go. So you're going to have a hedge of angels around you because you fear Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, and you're going to be delivered, man. When all hell is breaking loose around you, things are on fire, people bugging out, these Gurgur troops are invading the land. All that chaos is going to be around you, but guess what? You're going to be saved because you have a hedge around you, them angels. Yahweh Bashem Yoshai's angels are going to be around you, and they're going to protect you because you fear Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. And the scripture says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. Right? What does that say? Fear of the Lord. Fear of the Lord. Beginning of wisdom. Yeah, Psalms 111 verse 10. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Right? So there you go. Yeah. Proverbs 10 and 27. The fear of Yahweh prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. Yeah, the years of the wicked are going to be shortened because you guys don't believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But in your vain mind, you're thinking about Psalms 49:11. Their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever. That's how the wicked is thinking. But guess what? According to what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has set up, for you being wicked, you're not going to live too long. You elites, you're going right into slavery, and you're going to be punished, and you're going to die a slave. You're not going to die. You're not going to die on your bed happy. You're going to die a slave. And a lot of you people that are wicked now, you're going to be punished, man. Anyways, let's move on. So let me go back to the article here. Now it says here, having all documents in one place means that they can be confiscated in one click. This was done by the Trudeau administration in Canada when during C-19, you know what it is. It denied refusers access to their accounts and later removed insurance rights from drivers participating in the protest blockade of the capital, Ottawa. Yeah, I remember all of that, man. That happened, right? So yeah, they took your rights away, pretty much. They took your rights and privileges away. You people were going crazy over here. So what's gonna happen when the MOTB CHIP is made mandatory? What are you gonna do? Anyways, it says it also means that member states begin to lose the exclusive right to rescind the documentation that has been issued. Brussels will be able to do that as well. Brussels and Commissioner Thierry Breton want to go further still by introducing the digital euro currency, while Breton is the commissioner seeking to censor social media. If financial matters find their way into this wallet, greater control of people's lives will be facilitated with the possibility of introducing a system of social credits. Right? Social credit score. Oh, that's not good. And they're doing this in China. You have a social credit system. You know, if you have a bad social credit score, you can't buy gas. If you jaywalk, you jaywalk or you break the law, your face is posted on a billboard, an electric billboard. And they're branding you as a criminal, so everybody knows your business. That's not good. You can't buy gas. You can't buy certain essential items because you have a bad social credit score. That's what's coming over here with this whole digital system. Or electronic sanctioning of those engaged in protests. Yeah, that's right. Such a system will also enable the authorities to control the way people spend their money, as happened in Canada and Brazil. Digital currency makes business easier, but it is also an instrument for moving our rights to privacy. The head of Poland's central bank, Adam Galimski, says consumers do not want their bank to know about all their transactions, and full digital centralization of transactions removes that right to anonymity. This latest EU move is also tied to the proposed treaties, which include the phasing out of all national currencies in favor of the euro. Not only would Poland be denied the right to conduct its own monetary policy, but the EU would also control the wallets of Polish citizens. Total control. Everything is going to be centralized and controlled by one entity, which that entity is controlled by who? The elite bankers. The elite banking families. Banks in Canada and Australia have already begun to count the carbon footprints of their clients' purchases. What is a carbon footprint? What is a carbon footprint? You should go. You guys should get more familiar with that. With these definitions, right? Pretty much go on nature.org and just look it up or Google it. But pretty much a carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases that are generated by pretty much our actions. And pretty much, if you look at the statistics in the United States, the average carbon footprint for a person that lives in the United States is about 16 tons. So they're going to monitor everything you do, and all in the name of going green. Oh, we got to save the environment. And that's why they're going to also bring in this CHIP, MOTB. to say that it's going to help the environment and help the world. But at the same time, it's going to put you in slavery. So it's whatever, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So where else? What else can I read here? Yeah, so it says this is just one step away from stopping them from making some transactions if certain limits are exceeded. That's right. So if you let's just say if you're polluting the earth too much, or you're emitting too much greenhouse gases by whatever you're doing, they're gonna cut you off. They're gonna cut off your limit to what you can do, to how far you can drive, how much electricity you're using, things of that nature. But it is the EU, together with China, that is a leader in constructing electronic leashes on its citizens. The digital transformation of post-pandemic funds is to help push Europe in that direction too. However, the irony is that this whole process in the EU could be stalled as a result of the poor state of the digital economy in Germany. That country is way behind when it comes to access to broadband and fiber optics, and without that, it will be difficult for them to manage the transfer of the masses of data involved. It is hard to talk about the digital currency or digital passports in a country where there are still problems with online services and online card transactions. The stance of the Polish government on this matter is not clear, and the November 28th sitting of the European Commission, at which this will be debated, is approaching fast. This is a danger that the new Polish government may just let this through. This can be a little doubt that Eurocrats want to create a liberal regime in which citizens are increasingly controlled by the authorities based in Brussels. So that's your ass, man. That isn't a good thing. Now let's go into Revelation chapter 13. So it says, Revelation chapter 13, verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he, actually I really want to start at 16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark is going into the charagma, and that's going into the incision, the CHIP, the MOTB. And you have to take it. You have to take it, man, if you want to partake or participate in this devil's system. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. So you can't buy or sell. You can't drive. You can't buy gas. You can't eat food, buy food. Can't travel. And everything will be monitored on that little device that's inserted into your body, right? Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So that's the 666. And you're going to be branded, man. You're going to have the universal barcode inside of you. And that comes in the form of the MOTB. So now you're going to be branded like all the items that you see in the store on the shelves. You see how they have that barcode on it? Everything has a barcode. That's a universal barcode. Now that's going to be on you. And you know what that means? That means your property. If you have a barcode on you, that means you're for sale. And you're really in debt. That's you people out here, man. If you take that, that really means you're really the devil's property. So anyways, let's get to another one. Revelation 14. He said, trust not in oppression. And this is what you get for trusting in oppression, man. Because that's what the MOTB is. You're going to get death, man. That's what you're going to get. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, going into that system, man, that Romanized system, following NATO and the EU. And who's on top of that? America. They're in charge of it. And receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Indignation is going into that righteous anger. And you're going to feel the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, aka the Lamb. Because also the scriptures talk about the wrath of the Lamb. So Yahushai is going to get busy when he comes back, man. But anyways, just pointing that out. Just comparing the two. Just comparing that. So anyways, it says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So yeah, and you're gonna be caught up with that thermonuclear destruction, that fire and brimstone. Yeah, so you're gonna get pretty much burnt up. That's why when you go into Malachi chapter 4:1, it says, "The day of the Lord shall burn as an oven." And there's many other scriptures about the Lord's return or the day of the Lord. Joel chapter 2, Joel chapter 3. And that's all about fire and brimstone and destruction. Right? So, verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. And here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the faith of Hamashiach. So there you go. That's what you're going to get, man, if you trust in oppression. Trust in oppression, but we don't trust in oppression. We don't. The ones that are in the know. This is Isaiah chapter 51 verse 14, last precept. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit. Yeah, that pit, because this place is a pit. And that pit is a form of the system. That comes in the form of the system. That pit being caught out here. And you Jakes like to say that. It's the system, it's the system, it's the system. You know, that's why our kids are not doing good. It's the system, it's the system. Yeah, because the system's a damn pit. And when you fall into a pit with a bunch of other degenerates and people who have no faith, what are you going to get? Crabs in a bucket, man. Everybody's trying to pull each other down. And that's this place, man. And that's a result of them not knowing who their power is and who they are as a people. And that's why our people are in that mindset of being a crab in a bucket. Crab in a bucket syndrome. Pulling each other down when they're trying to get out of the damn pit. But the only one that can lift you out of the pit is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So anyways, I'll read it one more time here. The captive exile hastened that he may be loosed. That's right, you're a captive exile. And you are exiled from your homeland, Israel. Because that's where you're from. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's your home. But you can't go there anymore because you were kicked out. You were exiled. You were kicked out by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for your wickedness. That's why you were scattered into different parts of the world among these other nations, man. And you're a captive, and you're a slave, and you're treated bad, and you're a second-class citizen, and you have no rights. So you're a POW, you're a prisoner of war, that he may be loose, and that's what we're hoping for, man. And we're hastening the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai so we can be loosed, so we can get the hell up out of here. We want to see Isaiah chapter 60 be fulfilled. We want to see Hebrews the 8th chapter be fulfilled. We want to see Isaiah chapter 61 verse 61 be fulfilled. Because those scriptures go into us being loosed and being free, us getting the kingdom of heaven, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. But I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power, and divided the sea whose waves roared. Yahweh of armies is his name. That's right. And that is his name. And don't forget it, because the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is a man of war. Isaiah chapter 15 verse 3. Get that one. And he's coming back to make war with the world. And guess what? You people that are in this world, you don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance. This is Exodus chapter 15 and 3. Exodus chapter 15 verse 3. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. You know what Yahweh means? It means he is to be. And don't take his name in vain. And don't just call upon it for no damn reason. You better say that name with some respect. And everybody's going to know the name of the Lord when he comes. We're pursuing to Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. The strangeness of his salvation. All eyes are going to be on Yahweh Bashim Yoshai when he cracks them skies, man. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And people are going to put some respect on that name and his son's name and then his people's name. Yeah. So anyways, with that, hope this was edifying. Until next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well, have taught me this truth. To you I say shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.